Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Job. I'm a business growth strategist, and I'm with the Area Business Development Initiative here in Austin. And from time to time, we conduct interviews as we talk to forward-thinking entrepreneurs. And we are here to provide health, wealth, and wisdom as we interview people. And today we have as our guest Ofer Shahar, who is with New Dawn Investments. And we want to welcome you.
Thank you, Ron. How are you?
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm 52. I live in Austin. I'm a businessman. I've been dealing with real estate for the last 25 years, starting in California, Carmel, California, as a realtor, and expanding. Back in Israel, I was the Remax franchisee of 2 offices, very successful. I've been helping hundreds of investors throughout the world to create passive income and secure their financial freedom. So that's about who I am.
We've talked before, Ofer, and one of the things that I found out about you is that you're passionate about passive income investing. Why are you passionate about that?
Well, quite frankly, Ron, I'm seeing so many people chasing their tail, like in the rat race, trying to keep up with the bills and trying to pay their debts, and they don't care about the future as much. Still, they get like in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and then all of a sudden they see that they didn't save anything, and they cannot really live their life. They want the type of life they want to live. So by creating passive income early in your days, when you're young enough, you can get into a point that you can retire, do whatever you feel like, and have fun, enjoy your life, rather than keep working till the last drop of your life. So
I know that you specialize with real estate investing.
that's true.
Why real estate versus other types of investing?
Well, I have nothing against any other types, but I see that real estate is very special, first of all, because it's less volatile. The volatility in real estate is less than any other. Like if you compare it to the stock market, you can see that the rate can drop dramatically versus real estate. Also, real estate is real, so it's tangible. Even if the market drops like it did in 2008, still people could hold a property that they can live in, they can rent it out. It's useful rather than have a piece of paper. So that's a big difference.
Okay.
That's why I'm passionate about it.
Well, what do you see going on in real estate today? From everything I'm reading, especially here in Austin, it's a hot market.
Yes, you're quite right, Ron. The market is very hot nowadays in most of the states, and but that's what I'm specialized about. That's what differentiates me from others, is that I can find opportunities in certain areas that still have not grown enough, and you can still buy cheap enough and make money, both as far as the ROI and the appreciation rate.
Well, over the years, we have seen real estate markets go up and down. What do you see from your standpoint, real estate over the next several years? What do you see happening?
Okay, so I think that the market will still grow. We have to see what happens now with the elections, so nobody can say for sure. But as far as I can see it, it will still grow, but it will get to a point that it will get stabilized. It can't go like that forever. Though, again, if you buy a property which gets you a passive income, you're not worried about prices going up and down that much. You're worried about how much money you can get out of it to keep your lifestyle.
So it's not necessarily what's happening in the market, it's what is the ROI and what you can get out of that.
That's true. That's true.
Um, Ofer, what is the type of investor that you enjoy working with? What is a typical type of investor for you?
Well, I would enjoy anybody, and as long as they listen to me, and they really appreciate my knowledge and my experience. But I would say that most of my clients would be people that are thinking about retirement or already retired, and they really want to live the lifestyle they want, and they have little money or whatever to spend. But even some people that don't have the money and they want to really learn, I would spend some time with them to teach them how to create some kind of investment to start.
Do you specialize in a certain geographical area?
Yes, I do. I believe in, yeah.
Why do you do that?
Okay, so I find that the Sunbelt area, meaning all the southern states, they are better in many regards than the other, like the East Coast, for instance. And the reason being is that you could see that the migration and the baby boomers are coming that way. So it creates more demand here, though prices are still, they make sense. They're still affordable versus the East Coast when the prices are outrageous and not too many people can afford.
Right.
So it's all about the return of the investment.
Same thing with California.
Yeah, the same thing with California or New York or even LA or or some other parts of the country.
Well, real estate investing is very broad. You have commercial and residential, and what do you recommend and why?
Okay, I would recommend, especially for first-time buyers, investors, I would recommend to go for single-family home, especially because you own the title. You're not worried about group investment or something like that. You own the title. It's pretty simple to maintain, and it's a kind of a property that there's always demand, either to buy, if you want to sell, or you want to lease. You always find a tenant.
Right.
So I think it's the best property especially for first-time buyers.
As I go around the city, I see a lot of commercial real estate empty. The occupancy always, in these strip malls and things like that, doesn't seem to be a good risk. So you're saying that a home, a residential, there's less risk, there's
Absolutely.
more demand of.
Absolutely, especially when we're talking about single-family homes and brand new ones, then it's easier to find a tenant, and the occupancy rate, according to my statistics, are about 99%. So
It's great.
it's great, yes.
Well, that sounds great. Are there some insider secrets that you would like to share with our audience here?
Of course, there are many secrets that I have. Some of them I will expose today, some later.
Okay.
But today I'll tell you about 8 out of all the secrets that I have. So first of all, I would say to follow the baby boomers. And again, I talked about this before. The baby boomers, they most likely live in the East Coast. They probably own a property that's worth a lot of money. And if they sell it, they are able to buy 2 or 3 properties for the same price here. They can live in one and rent the others and keep the lifestyle they want. So I would say follow the baby boomers. They're making the demand.
I see.
The second secret would be follow the migration in general. So you want to go to states and cities where you see positive migration and not negative. Like if you go to Detroit, for instance, you can see negative. If you come to Austin, it's positive. And for many, many years. It's not like all of a sudden. You can see that throughout 10, 20 years back.
I see.
The other one would be to go for big cities and not a small town, even though sometimes in small towns you can find higher ROI, but the risk is higher. Because basically, small towns would not have a diversity of industries. They would have a one maybe manufacturing for the whole town. If this factory goes out of business, the entire town goes out of business.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go there. You want to go to big cities when there's diversity of industries, so people can always find a job and they're not going to leave. A city like that would be like Houston, for instance. Now, the next one would be buy new properties.
Why new property?
Okay, well, new properties, you don't have to worry about repairs, Ron.
No.
And most people are worried about taking care of repairs. So plus, when you buy a brand new home from the developer, by law, he has to provide you a warranty. So for many years, depends on the parts, for many years you are secured. You don't have to worry about repairing. So it's actually your ROI, which shows on the paper, is the net ROI. So that's
How about
very important.
school districts? Are those-
Well, school district is always important when you want to actually attract good tenants. And also, most of the properties we are buying are in the communities that are owner occupied. So they attract certain type of people that can afford better rentals, and they'll keep your property better. These kind of properties you're going to want to go. Also, like if they have HOA, that's a plus. Though it's an expense, but they will keep your property well. The entire neighborhood is going to be clean and nice and
restricted.
And restricted. And that's
Yeah.
very important. Now let's talk about low replacement value.
What is that?
Okay, so low replacement value means that let's assume that for some reason the market drops all of a sudden. Okay, what will drop first of all is the land value. It's because the cost of the construction anywhere in the country is pretty much the same. The labor and the materials are pretty much the same. So if we're talking about a property, let's say of 2,000 square foot built in San Francisco, that you'll have to pay $1 million or more versus a property in some parts of Houston, the same size would cost you about 200,000 or less. So then if the market drops in San Francisco, it will drop dramatically.
Yeah.
In Houston, probably there's not much air
Yeah.
to drop. Do you understand me, Ron?
Okay.
Okay, good.
That's what you mean by low replacement value.
Yeah. The next secret is return on investment. You know, we're talking about ROI all the time. So you have to make sure that the rent value is high enough versus the cost value of the property.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example. We'll take the same property we talked before. In San Francisco, will cost you $1 million. You probably can rent it for about $5,000, $6,000. Okay, the same property we'll buy in some parts of Houston for less than 200,000, and we can rent for about $2,000. So if you check the rate of your return, you'll find out that you're better off in places like Houston
I
versus
see.
Plus another issue is that in order to buy an expensive property, you have to put a lot of money down. Your entry level is very low.
I see.
So, like in Houston or some other parts of the country. So that makes a lot of sense.
Therefore, you're getting a higher return on that.
Yes, and I would say the last secret that I want to expose today is the leverage. And
Leverage. What do you mean by that?
okay, leverage is actually using other people's money. In this case, we're talking about the bank. We call it in short OPM.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So what it means that, let's say that you have $200,000, okay, cash. Would you rather put the whole money into one property or put it in 4 different properties?
Oh, I see.
So when the market goes up, because of the leverage, your appreciation rate is going to be much greater.
I see.
So
leveraging is duplicating. Really, being
it's
able to
yeah. In some cases,
duplicating your ROI.
yeah. In some cases, you'll see that when you put 100% of your money in one property, like cash, you'll get say 10% on your money if the market goes up. But if you leverage, you can get 30% on your money, 40% on your money. So that's a big
That-
difference.
Yeah, and appreciation of that property. That's where you get that multiples
Absolutely,
of increase.
absolutely.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Great. You know, over the years, I've driven around and seen, you know, condominiums or, you know, a mall. And years ago, I wish, you know, why didn't I buy that property? if 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 you were 20 years younger, what are the things that you would have rather done than you did? What can you? What are some of the things that people regret?
Well, I tell you, Ron, you're not a unique, example. I've been meeting throughout the years so many people, in like older people, that telling me, you know what? If I knew that Austin or like San Francisco or New York will go up that much, I would put some money into investment and then grow my money much faster than work. And people just realize that afterwards. They regret, but that's kind of too far. I mean, too late. I mean to say,
Right.
too late.
Right.
And you know, I'm approaching people and say, you know what? Let's learn from that. You know, why wait? You know, so
We call, in business, we call that ROE, return on effort.
and offer, yeah, right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can put the effort in your work and get X, but you can put your effort in investing, like you're talking about, and it X times X.
Yeah. Let your money work for you instead
Yeah.
of you working for your money. That's a big difference.
All right, I'm convinced. So,
Okay.
how does a person get started? What if, you know, I don't know anything about it. You know, that's why we're talking to you. You're an expert in this area. So, what's the first step I should do?
Well, I'm willing to give anybody who wants to schedule a meeting with me. It could be online. You can really call me. I'm at 512-666-8752, or you can go on my online to my website. It's www.newdawninvestments.com, and you can go and make an appointment with me, and I'll be glad to provide you with 45 minutes of free consultation.
Do you do a retirement income assessment?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay.
Whoever wants it, I'll take my time and take care of it, and we'll do it together to help you really get your passive income and enjoy your life and
Good.
secure your financial freedom.
Well, Ofer, I want to thank you for coming on the show today and,
Thank you,
and
Ron.
sharing
Thank you, Ron.
these secrets with us. Let's get that contact information one more time. It's www.newdawn.investments.com,
Right.
and your phone number again is
512-666-8752.
All right.
Thank you, Ron.
Ofer.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.